Hi, welcome back to Children's Garden. I hope you have a beautiful day. What you've been doing in your garden? I'm garden in zona 9, Campo, Australia. And in our climate, now we are in winter. And this morning, the temperature went down to -4 degrees Celsius and everything was frozen. So, as I promised, I'm going to film the video about my citrus. So, this going to be kind of the tour. So, I'm going to walk around with you. I'm going to talk with you about the different variety of the citrus I got. And I grow most of them in a container because I don't have much of space. My house or my property in the townhouse complex. And we have quite limited space. And citrus tree, like growing citrus is quite challenging in our climate as well, because if you don't have protected space or spot for them, and then their food more likely got frozen, and then mostly their food like ripening in the winter, and if their food got frozen and you got none food. And citrus trees, and most of them, they got very shallow roots, so they don't mind to be in container, and especially if you can provide them quite a large container. Now I find them, large container is very good to grow citrus. You don't have to water them as often than you would think. Let's walk around and I'm going to show you. Alright, let's start from here. This is the corner. This is the area that normally we park our car. This is kind of next to our carport, actually, on my left side. So, let's start from this tree first. If you remember that, I think last year, early winter, maybe at that time, someone or ladies gave me one lemon tree, and it looked very sick at the end. I just show you in the video like how I revised sick plants into the beautiful, healthy plant. So in the video, that was a lemon tree, and you can see now it look super healthy, and that has some fruit as well. And the fruit is starting to ripen. They turn to the yellow color like this. I think this variety is dwarf variety, and I think the variety is called Maya lemon, because I did remember I saw the task in the container when she gave me. And in the front, by the way, this corner is quite protected. You can see I got the overhang over there, and next to the brick wall. This is northeast facing this corner, I think. Northeast facing, quite protected. And in the front, this tree, I did show you in the video when I bought it, and I reported actually. And this one is called Arnold Blood Orange. Haven't fruit yet, and again, I just bought it a few months ago. And it's doing really well. It pushed out a lot of new growth. I can't wait for it to fruit, hopefully next year. And next to that, and this one is called Tangelo. I think another one, the same variety. Let me find the variety here for you. This one, Tangelo Mino. I don't know how to spell this. How to say it? Miniona? I'm not sure. I hope you can read the tag. And this variety, you can see they say here, like, it can go to 2 to 4 meter high. I do feel that this variety is doing quite well. And even this area, on the top here, I have nothing to protect it. It's just kind of next to the brick wall. But considering few years, and it have produced a lot of fruit. By the way, they are two, so they have been produced a lot of fruit, and even like last year as well, but this year I feel they got more fruit than last year. Look at that. Are they looking really good? They're turning color now. And this variety in our area, I find that they ripen, ready to pick, in mid to late winter. Because last year when I picked them early winter, and then the fruit still were quite sour. So you can see that, and they are in the container quite large. I think this container about 100 liter large. This one, this container my friend gave to me, so I didn't have to buy them. But now you can get this type of container in Bunnings. Maybe not the type with the handle one, but Leslie they sell quite large container and very sturdy in Bunnings. All right, next one. This one is a little kind of the little rooted cutting from the Maya lemon that from this plant that I did show you. I cut several stems off this lemon tree, and it got tiny little root, and one of it, this is the tree that it have grown, and so in the future I could have a quite established lemon tree. And on that day I did show you several cutting as well, and this is one of the tiny little cutting, and it produced few leaves. I'm not sure it's gonna grow anything, but it's alive. Look at that. So I still patient. I just keep it in there. All right, let's come over here, and as you can see, this is another Tanjano, the same variety, again in 100 liter container. Over this side, I got this Japanese seedless Mandarin. I did make the video together with the blood orange anoid over there. So this is the trees that you haven't seen it if you watched my video a while ago, and I think it have grown so much. I think all the branches on the top here, they are all the new growth since I got it. Look at that. And it was chewed up quite a lot by the butterfly caterpillar. And I just let them, the caterpillar to nest over here and just eat some of the leaves. Because if I pick on the caterpillar, and in the future, we don't have a butterfly. So yeah. And over here, oh, by the way, I'm sorry about the scene about this, but actually, this is my curry leaf tree. I just kind of give it some protection because, curry leaf trees, they prefer like tropical or subtropical climates. They don't like frosty, cold area like our climate. And next to that, this is the variegated kumquat. Now, before I got it in the ground, on the other side of my house, and after that every year it got frosted a lot. Got frost burnt a lot, and at the end I didn't have much of food, so I decided to dig it up and then put it in a quite large container as well. So this year so far no fruited yet, so hopefully next year I could have a fruit. And I love the color of the leaves. Look at that, look beautiful. Next to that, and I got this blood orange, Tarocco, blood orange. I got this tree together with another tree, and will show you very soon. And this is the first year it got the fruit. I think I did show you a while ago, maybe at the beginning of season when this one's starting to fruit. Yeah, but anyway, it developed the fruit into quite large. Look at that, can you see that? And their color changing. I don't know when we can eat though. But I'm so excited. This is Tarocco blood orange, and this is the first year it produced a fruit. Look at that, and it's just so heavy. I have to use the string to tie it. By the way, do you know what this is? This is the tube. The bicycle tube. That sometimes if my husband he got a flat tire or something, so I just use the tube and cut into pieces small like that. I feel that it's very very good use like recycle so to tie the plant because it's very soft, and you won't worry about it might cut the bark or cut the tree. And you can see I got another air layering of the blood orange over here. My friend did for me. I think the same time at the Pumelo, that if you watch my video lately, when she just kind like we did another air layering for my Pumelo, she did this one. Oh, by the way, she did for the Tanjano as well. Look, let me show you. Can you see the little bump in there? Yeah, she did that for the Tanjano as well. So in the future, I got another hopefully it will root out in a few months, and I got another tree. I'm sorry about me moving around. Okay, let's come back over here. You can see the leaves a lot somehow decay or somewhat turning yellow like this because of the cold. I won't fertilize citrus now, or I have to wait until like late winter, early spring. At that time, I gonna fertilize all of my citrus. Oh, by the way, this plant stays in the container for 3 years now. I need to report it. And I thought I had to look about the terracotta container. Look at that. It looks horrible. Oh, I don't like it. I prefer just like simple plastic container. And then, I don't have you see it ugly look like it. All right, you can see it's getting quite large. I need to report it next year. Okay, and next to that, this is the central lamb. Oh, yes, central lamb, but I think this variety is more like finger central lamb. And you can see a lot of fruit on. Now, this variety, I feel they even on the citrus here, you can see they all kind of stay under the eave in front of my house. So this area is not facing. So all of this, they receive a lot of sunshine until maybe 1 or 2 p.m. And this variety, I feel that every winter they got frostburn, and every winter I had to trim a little bit and I turn the pots around. So if it frostburn, it more frost equally on the way around. Example, like last year or the year before, I got frostburn. That's why, like from the branches on the top here, I had to cut it or trim it. After that, I had to turn the pot like facing that way. So this year I got different branches. And so, I kind of rotate this so I don't want the frostburn all the way around. And you can see so many fruit on the branches over here. And this so thorny. Look at that. All right. And next to that, this is the tree I got kind of like right in the middle of the winter last year. This is the Kumquat. I don't remember the variety, but I put the name on the screen. I just reported, a few weeks ago actually, not long, because recently I went to Mandarin. I got a bunch of the large container, and this one is 80 liter of the container. So normally, citrus they don't like root competition, but I could choose some pansy. I got they got a lot actually. They sell citrus in my garden, and then I could choose some of them on the top, but in the spring or in the summer, I can just remove some of the old compost. On the top, I can put some new fresh compost or potting mix in there as well. So I think it can be fine. But this plant, I got it like last year in the middle of winter. It was tiny. I think the whole tree, it just like only one stem like this. And look at the whole year, it grows so big, so much. And then it kind of like leaning toward into the sun, like in front of me here. After that, when I report it, I kind turn it to different directions. So in the future, this leaf or this branch is more leaning to this side more evenly. All right, next to that, I see my talk too much. Next to that, this is gardenia, and it doesn't like the frost, so that's why I put in this spot. And they don't have much of luck with growing gardenia actually. This is the first plant that's super healthy that I see in a garden actually. All right. Oh, by the way, I do have some rose plants over here. I grew them from the cutting. I have quite a bit of them. I think I should give you the update about my rose cutting because I just talked to you like I think a year ago about rose cutting. I'm sorry, quite blurry. But it seems I never got the chance to come back to you because I'm always busy. So yeah, I will come back to you in different video and talk about rose cutting. This is only a few of them actually. I got a lot of them on the other side as well. All right, so next to that, this is another Tarocco blood orange. And again, I think I did show you in the video when I repotted the tree actually, and it was like I put it outside in the summer, but like since we got the fog, I carry it in like kind under protected by the eave of the house, but still have very cold every morning we come out here, most everything will frozen. So I think still have a very, very cool temperature, like to have it to turn the color inside. Look at that. Look, it's really good. Oh, I'm super happy about it. Look at that. I never seen, real blood orange in home grow and on growing container. You can see that. Citrus grow really well in container. Just get quite large container, and then you can have a lot of year fun with them and enjoy the food. All right, next to that, this is Pumelo that recently, I think last video, I did show you, I did report it. This container 80 liter and that one 100 liter. And I can't wait to eat the food again. Love this variety. The food so sweet and delicious. And by the way, this is kind of like the sunburn a little bit, but inside it doesn't matter. Alright, so what do you think about my citrus collection? But not really yet. Let's go to the other side. If you remember my lemongrass bush over here, kind of like got burnt by the frost there, but never mind about that. And I got little citrus over here. This one, what is that? Satsuma Madarin. Yes, certainly I remember. This year I have only 3 fruit though. I think last year I got more fruit than this. But I feel that last year I got a lot of frostburn for this tree. So maybe that's why I didn't have much of fruit. But also I think when the blossom were like opening, and after that we got frost as well. I think some kind like that. So at the end, the frost kind damage. No, I don't think so. No, I think just somehow and makes the flower, they didn't set the fruit. Maybe it's rained so much so the bee couldn't come. I think maybe one of that. But anyway, I think this tree was 3 years now and doing really well. And this garden bed, you can see a lot of weed popping up here. I will mulch this garden bed very soon. Oh, by the way, I got a chocolate of compost. They will deliver, I think, last week. I have been busy mulching. Let me swing you around over here. Look at that. Can you see that? This is my daughter's garden bed. This is the middle garden bed. And I got a lot of roses in this garden bed. And I've been busy mulching. And even the little leaves, they're still dropping down there. You see underneath the cherry tree there. But they look so much better than the sugarcane mulch. Okay, sorry. Go back to the garden bed. And another Satsuma Madarin, and it is color. And this tree, I didn't have any fruit this season. Last year, I had quite a bit of fruit on this tree, and it got burned a lot by the frost. And this year, I do have some container in front of it. So hopefully, it will have some kind of protection by the frost as well. But also this year, the tree got much larger. I don't know how many times larger than last year. If I find a picture or video, I will put it on the screen. You can see, it grows so much. And by the way, I got 2 beautiful calamities, and I got them in the container there. I haven't had a chance to plant them yet. So they've been rambling around in this Mandarin actually. And this is one of the flowers kind of fade away, but still looking pretty cute. So that seems the Mandarin mind about the competition of the roots of the calamities actually. But I think it could be better if I move it to somewhere else. It doesn't take too much nutrient from this Mandarin. Alright, another one over here. This is blood orange. This one, Cara, blood orange. But I think a lot of people, they call this one more like pink orange, because inside it doesn't turn a real dark black color. It's more like orange or pinkish color. And this is a dwarf variety when I got it, and also when I got it quite established already. But in the first, I think 1 or 2 years, it didn't grow much at all, because I planted like in the real soil, like where I'm standing, this area actually. And then it just got so much water and their wood just kind of like rotten. It didn't do well at all because citrus, they don't like too much water. They like well drained soil. And last year I did have some fruit, and this year I got some fruit as well. But I think this year I got more fruit than last year, and also the fruit look more much bigger than last year as well, because I know that they love water. Last year in I think in autumn and in early winter I did not water the tree at all, and when I first taste the fruit, and then it grew quite dry, and I said, oh no, I didn't think that I should have to water it, because at time the tree or the fruit still developing, and in the winter, the whole garden bed, normally I don't water much in the winter, but I forgot about the tree. So after that, I have to water the tree a lot, and after that, the rest of the fruit is very nice and juicy and sweet as well, and it got very nice flavor actually. And I count, I think earlier today, I think I got about 11 fruit on the tree, and this tree grows super slow, super slow. And so I think that's why I call dwarf dwarf tree, super slow. But you can see the trunk there, it's quite large already. Look at that. Can you see the trunk there? Oh, by the way, this is one of the tomato case that my father-in-law built for me. And last year I used a different one. It was much smaller because the tree grew much smaller as well. So I used a little one. But this year the tree grew much bigger, so I have to use the big one. I think next year we're going to grow out this tree actually. After that, maybe I had to think of something else. All right. And in the evening, normally I just cover I put the curtain over to kind of give it some protection from the frost. So over there, I got one laden with fruit, Meyer lemon actually, and hundred of fruit on it. And it doesn't grow big at all. Look at that, it's more than spreading. I think the width about 1 meter, and the thorn maybe 7 or 80 centimeter high, not tall at all. And when I got it, when I was still renting, me and my husband, and then when we moved here, and it was in container, and half of the tree were snapped off, so it was kind of one chopstick size actually, and then low leaf, and just stick in that spot. I not that spot because I have to dug up and dug up and lift it up for several times, because at that time we haven't built a raised garden bed yet. It was more like we planted it straight in the ground actually, and by the time we just raised garden bed, raised them up, and then I just have to lift the tree up, I think twice before actually. All right, so if you remember, I got double grafted lemon tree I planted over years ago. And the first year, last winter, it got burned by the frost terribly. And yes, and it just came back so beautiful. But I do need to clear out in the center of the tree though. You can see it kind of like, two cluster. I need to clear out. But now I'm not going to do it now because we are in the winter. And I'm so surprised. This variety, they're much hardier than the Meyer lemon. You could see that Meyer lemon, their leaf turning more yellow, and this tree, you can see their leaves still look glorious. And over here, my grapefruit that someone gives to me, I think 2 years ago, and last year I did cover it throughout the winter, but this winter I haven't covered it, So we'll see if the fruit could be okay or not after the winter, but so far it seems no problem with the frostburn actually. I'm so surprised with that. Look at that. Even the minor fall this morning and everything was frozen. And this tree as well, look at that. I'm so surprised. Oh, so healthy. So this is the next day, and I forgot that I got 2 cedar tree under my carport actually. So first of all, this is the Vietnam. I just got it a few months ago, and I got from Bunning. This is I think the dwarf variety, and you can see it's little. It's very small and little. I repotted in quite quite medium-sized container. Hopefully, they can doing well over the winter here. So this area quite protected from the frost, and during the night we do park our car like in front of it as well, so it's quite protected. So normally they often recommend like buy the variety that have I think the smaller leaves. I think they got the better scent. I'm not sure about that though, but my friend, she did buy one tree, but the tree looked much bigger, and then the leaves much bigger as well. And then we do find that those types, the leaf not as strong. I mean, their scent not as strong as my little one. So that is very interesting. I think sometimes if you go to buy this type of tree, you might have to squash the leaves a little bit and smell it. This variety, I think I don't think I have a typical name for this actually. In Mandarins, normally or a lot of the type of the tree, they just say generally, they don't say anything specific name. So that is hard. Sorry about that. But this type, I just touching the leaf like this, and then I can smell it just so strong. Why? The one that my friend got, then the whole tree much bigger, by the way. Her tree, her leaves not strong as mine. So that is very interesting. Another tree over here, by the way. This area, if you watch my video, I don't know, a few days ago, I got this orange tree that I rescued from my friend's place. Now, I think on that day the tree, it wasn't like yellow like this. I just about the cold, and after that I couldn't stand anymore. I decided to bring it under my carport actually. So yeah, the little fruit is still here. I don't think it's gonna come to anything, or I might just take it off. It's just so cold for this tree. Look at that, it turned kind of yellowish. But again, I won't fertilize it until late winter, early spring. And I'm not sure what variety of this orange tree though. I don't think it's navel orange, because normally it's navel, they got the little ring at the back or at the bottom of the fruit. I'm not sure. We'll see how it's going few years. Anyway, I got this tree, so that is nice anyway. And the trunk of the tree look quite big already. Look at that. So that is, guys. I hope that I didn't talk too much in the video. I think I got so many things I wanted to show you, because I haven't shown you my citrus for a long time. Oh, by the way, my apple Fuji, it's got the most sweetest apple taste that I haven't tasted. Oh, my husband and even my little daughter, they loved it. And normally my daughter, she doesn't like apple much, but this actually she tasted, she wanted more, and that's just so surprising. I remember I told you the royal guava that I got, and the fruits were delicious. But this one, the fruit even sweeter. It's just like the magic apple. But anyway, go back to citrus tour. So yeah, I hope that I didn't talk too long in the video, and I'm so excited to show you around. I haven't shown you much about them, or I think the whole season actually. And I think definitely you can grow citrus in container. Super easy to grow. In the winter now, no, I don't water them much. I think around every 3 or 4 days, maybe not. I think the one that they bear the fruit they got the fruit on, I water them maybe 4 or 5 days, every 4 or 5 days. But the one they don't have fruit on, I water them maybe once a week. That is because that day we got a lot of frost, and we got a lot of moisture from the air as well. So that's why I didn't water them that much. But keep in mind, you don't want them to dry out though, because when they dry out, and then the food inside will get dry and it won't be juicy. So I think that is. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your citrus are doing well, and see you next video. Bye bye.